everybody. Welcome.
Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our Friday afternoon live as we get to see some amazing things today. We're going to wait a couple seconds for some of our friends to log on, but Pam, welcome. Deb, it's wonderful to see you. Hey, Vicki. We wish you guys were here to join us. Derek, Monica, it's so great to see you guys. Let's see, Laura, how many people do you think are going to join us today?
We've got 18 people right now joining us live, and we're very thankful for you making the time of being with us. So great
How exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Yeah.
18 people. I wonder if we have any audience on our YouTube page yet. We're doing something new for our friends who don't have social media so that they can join us via YouTube. So we hope some of you guys are able to log on to our not our website, but our YouTube page. Look for our channel and you will see the live there. And if not, well, join us on Facebook. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Pam.
We're getting a lot of love, Mandy. Thank you. Love back to all of you.
Hey, I see a Jackie. I see Laura Harris.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We got Deb too. We got Vicky. Look, we got Carla as well. Hey, Carla. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Carla. It's Judy Roth. Welcome, Judy. We're just waiting a couple more seconds for some more of our friends to join us. We have Gentamy on site at our community center. She's there with all the parents waiting for the big surprise. They don't know what's going on today, so we're going to wait just a couple more seconds for people to jump in. Hey, you guys, those of you who are suffering from the cold, it's around 75, 80 degrees here right now, so sorry. What do you think, Laura? Hey, there's Anna, and we've got Kristen.
I think we're ready. I think we can.
Be safe.
Yeah, be safe, Jackie. I think we're ready to go with Gentamy. Looks like things are ready down there. Remember that it's a surprise.
Yeah, remember you guys. So here's some behind the scenes things that you don't know. The parents today were asked to come in, and it's fourth grade, right? Today, Laura, we've been distributing school supplies Wednesday, yesterday, Thursday, and today, Friday, is the last day. So the parents were asked to come in. They don't know unless other parents from other days told them what was going to happen. So it's going to be a surprise for them. So we are excited to see what's going on. We're going to go to Gentamy. She's probably going to be a little bit loud and a little bit rowdy when she's there with all the parents and the kids. But Laura, can we see Gentamy and what she's up to?
There she is.
Hello.
Hi,
ladies. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, perfectly. How are you?
Hi, my friends. I'm good. So I heard you said it's gonna be loud and everything, but actually all the parents just came into our community center. So they just ended entering our community center. As you well said, it's a surprise for them. They don't know what's going on today. They just thought they had to come for a meeting for our school parents. So we're all excited here, happy to see and to witness God's gifts to the treasures and to the families. So it's an honor to be here with you guys and with you friends in the U.S. and around the world.
Wonderful. Well, we are so excited. We're going to talk about a couple of things before you go inside, I think, Gentamy, unless there's somebody there you want to have us see.
So it's just, I have a couple of friends with me here. I have Pedro that you may know.
Hey, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
We are here happy to see and to be surrounded by the treasures. They're all inside right now. So it just they're just taking some minutes to come in. I want to show you something, guys. So when you come into the community center, let me try to get this.
So, yeah. So we're ready to begin. So, on your cue, Mandy.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about a couple of things before Gentami goes into the community center, just because I think it's good for you guys to kind of get some of the context and a little bit about what's going on in Guatemala right now. We're still, we're still in the midst of COVID. Praise God, our country isn't shut down, and we don't have the restrictions that we used to have, or a curfew, for example. We still, as you can see with Gentami, when we're out, masks are mandatory, to try and keep ourselves and others safe. So if you aren't wearing a mask, you will be fined, and it's a pretty steep fine. So as much as possible, we're teaching the kids, and our staff is trying to keep as safe as possible. But there's a couple of things that we want to talk about today. One is what has COVID done for poverty and for education in Guatemala? And, we've been able to see some interesting things, some heartbreaking things. We've been able to hear and read some things also, statistics and whatnot. And one of the things that we found are just something that we think is heartbreaking. 53 out of every 100 children, so a little bit more than half of the children in countries where there is low economic income or medium income amongst families, 53 out of 100 kids suffered from what they're calling learning poverty, or the poverty to learn, prior to COVID. So before COVID started, 53 out of every 100 kids already had a poverty of learning. At Potter's House, we've been able to identify 8 forms of poverty, and we talk about intellectual poverty. So this is kind of along the same lines, is a lack of access to education, or it's misinformation. And at the same time, believing lies about oneself. So what does the enemy think about me, and what does he tell me, and what does God say about me? That's the ultimate and absolute truth. So 53 out of 100 kids struggled with intellectual poverty or learning poverty prior to COVID. After or during COVID, that number grew by 10. What does that mean? Now, 63 out of every 100 kids suffer from learning poverty. So that's a huge number, you guys. When we think about poverty in Guatemala, 65 to 70% of our population struggle because of poverty and are living under the poverty line. So this is a huge number for us. Laura, do you want to tell us a little bit about what the schools are? Remember, you guys, the event today is for elementary kids. So we're going to be talking mainly about elementary education.
Yeah, well, Mandy, we've been, following up just real close with the public schools that our kids attend, because the school year normally begins the second week of January. Now, we're almost done with February, and the school year has not begun yet. Unfortunately, it's already 6 weeks, sort of schoolwork that has been lost. We're not sure what the system will do, what the Ministry of Education will do, and how it will adjust its teaching plan to fill in those gaps that we have. So at this point, the public schools that the treasurers attend have not begun classes yet. And but something is still very true, and that is that wherever, whether the school year has begun or not, kids were not ready, and parents are not ready to go back to the school year and do it all over again, especially because they do not have the resources, whether those are material or intellectual, to do schoolwork at home and secure a good learning process for the kids.
Yeah, that's certainly true. When we think about our education program, what Potter's House's desire has been to come alongside parents and schools and help give resources that kids otherwise would not have. And we'll see a little bit of that today, but teaching additional classes like English and computers and those kinds of things that really enrich a child's life. So we'll be talking more about that. So keep in mind, the public schools that we work with right now for our elementary kids have still not begun classes, but we do know that they will. And we know that once that happens, the kids will need school supplies. They'll need a dedicated space within their homes in order to be involved in learning at home. We're not going to call it virtual learning. We're not going to call it, right now it's going to be learning from home. It's not homeschool because it really isn't a homeschool curriculum. So it's, it's kind of like a hybrid situation. But before we go on to anything else, Gentami, why don't you go ahead and go inside the community center so we can take a peek about what's going on.
Okay, so come on with me. So just so you know, guys, we are trying to follow all the protocols and to take care of the safety and health of our treasurers, of our staff, and of ourselves. So when you come into our community center, the guard will be welcoming you, giving you hand sanitizer. That's it. So you come in and we have a thermometer here with us. So you have to take your temperature. And then we're coming in. Follow me. So all the parents are right now inside the community centers, sitting by families, and they still don't know what they're here for. So let me show you. Bueno, a la una, a las dos, y a las tres. So you probably will be recognizing some faces behind the mask. So they're having a good time here. They're learning how to take care of things, to have a good time in family. So this is what we have right now inside our community centers.
Wonderful. So they have a whole program dedicated today for the parents and the kids. They're going to be together for about an hour. From what I understand, kids were told that they need to come in. Well, parents were told that they need to come in, only one parent accompanied by one child, so that we don't have too many people within our community centers at once. So it's so exciting to see so many people there. I think this fourth grade class has 29 to 30 students this year. So it's a good number. So we have a good 60 people there at the community center right now. So that's wonderful. Part of the program, we're going to some icebreaker games. And I think that's what they're doing right now, right? So trying to get parents at ease and, we haven't seen a lot of them for a long time. So, getting into contact with them once again. So Laura, do you want to just share with people who don't know some of the ways that our teachers and what Potter's House will be doing with the kids, at least for the next couple of months while we, get more instructions from the public schools about what education is going to look like this year?
Yeah, Mandy. So I was there a couple days ago when we did the first batch of delivery, and it was amazing to see all the kids. They've grown so much. But I was really encouraged to see how our teachers have been preparing, not just by, they've trained themselves. They've found out ways in which they can become more effective in the work that they do by providing that follow-up that that the kids need, whether it is a one-on-one basis, which is sort of what we did last year. And also, at a distance, whatever means of technology that you can think of, they used, WhatsApp messages, videos, calls, all sorts of things. And I was very excited and encouraged to see that. Our teachers are awesome. That's all I can say. I can sum it up that way. So it looks
Great.
like they're getting ready. They're doing. They had a very fun ice breaking activity, and the best part of it is that parents don't know what they're there for. That was the best part of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah,
can
parents
you
don't.
see? I'm sorry, Mandy. Can you see the like a red, like
Curtain?
a curtain? Yeah. So the desks and the kids are behind that red curtain. So they don't know. So stay tuned for the unveiling. That's going to be a really, really awesome moment.
It's going to be so much fun. Some of the instructions and some of the information that parents are going to get today has to do with the way Potter's House will be working with them this year. For those of you who don't know, schools in Guatemala start in January and they run through the middle or the end of October. So we're really at the beginning of our school year. And so they're going to be receiving instructions on how we're going to be working with the kids. They're going to be talking about how how to make a budget in terms of what the school supplies that they will need for this year will be and how much do they cost. They don't know that they're getting them, right? So they're going to be talking about a lot of different things. One is taking care of actually, when the time comes, what they're actually going to be getting. But dedicating a space within their home so that kids will have a dedicated space to be able to work on their schoolwork. A lot of these homes are really, really small, and so everything is really, close knit, and it's hard to find that space. But it's important for a child when they're learning that they would have a space in which they feel that that this is their own space and that they can work on their homework and all that on their own. So we're going to be emphasizing this year a lot about, self-learning. How do kids learn on their own? A lot of our parents don't know how to read and write. And if they do, they many times don't have an education past, high school or sometimes even middle school. So it can be frustrating and a little intimidating for the parents to think about, how do I help my sixth grader, with their homework if maybe I only went to school through third grade. So helping them work through those kinds of issues, and then helping parents to encourage their kids to stay in school, to persevere, that, COVID and everything that we're going through now is temporary. Life will continue beyond this. So encouraging, once that happens, you need to be strong. You need to be, up to date on your reading and your school supply, on your, homework and your all those kinds of things that we need to teach our kids. So that's really important. And so teachers this year will be concentrating specifically on language, math, and the third area that we'll be working on or with is emotional intelligence, because we understand that developing emotional intelligence in the long run will make our children more successful, help them make better decisions, when they're high school, and whatnot. So those are the three main areas that our teachers are going to be working this year. We're still, because we don't know what the school program is going to be like, we're still trying to determine, how tutoring or those enrichment classes are going to work this year. There's an idea that some of the kids will have the kids per grade come in, let's say once a week, and say first and second on Monday and third on Tuesday, that kind of a thing. The truth is still the kids and their parents are still coming every day to receive their lunches. So that has not stopped. Every day the kids receive a warm, nutritious lunch in the elementary area. So we want to keep them healthy and concentrating on their classes. And I think that another thing for us to kind of share with you is that the big news itself. And I hope that Gentimi has her volume very low so that the families and the parents don't hear what we're talking about right now. But we are going to be showing you guys what is included in the kits that we will be distributing today. So I actually have one of those here with me that I'd like to show you guys. I don't know, Gentimi, do we want to move away a little bit from the parents so that they can't see, or is your camera turned around so that they can't see what's going to come up on the screen right now?
Yeah, they're not listening to anything you guys are saying right now, so I'm not interrupting the program.
Great. So Laura, why don't
Yeah.
you go ahead and tell us? Wait, actually, before we get to that, we want to give a shout out to a lot of amazing people and a couple of amazing organizations that came alongside us, really caught the vision for this, and help us make this a reality. So one, really involved in the homeschool kits is Beyond the Walls. Beyond the Walls is Beyond the Walls and our friends from Beyond the Walls. Beyond the Walls is a nonprofit organization. They're located in New Jersey. For many years, we've been working with them in nutrition and education, building homes, most recently building or digging a well in our property in Chiquimula. And so thank you, Beyond the Walls, for just really supporting us and helping us with our homeschool kits. Now, Laura, can you tell us what is included in a homeschool kit?
Sure. So real quick, if I may, let me explain. Every homeschool kit includes a desk which will, like Mandy said, allow children to have a space to do their homework. Last year, it broke our hearts to see so many of our kids doing homework, on the bed, on the floor, right next to the dinner table if they had any, and just some of them coming and saying, and it was actually true. My homework is destroyed because soup. I dropped soup on it, for example, and things like that. So, like I said, every homeschool kit includes a desk that children will be able to sit at and just, do their homework and be able to have a quiet, dedicated space for that. Last year, and this year as well, public schools will be working with study guides. So instead of, doing projects that you would have to turn in or tests and all that, children are meant to fill out worksheets and complete these study guides and then present those at the end of each unit and keep those protected. And that's why we have included a plastic box and a folder in this kit so that children will be able to safely store and file their homework and put it away in a place where it's not going to be touched by the little sister that will want to write on it or paint on it or drop, liquid on it and it will be destroyed, that sort of thing. So it's awesome. Yes, Blair, it's yay for desks. So that's what the homeschool kits include. So yeah, so they're still going over the, some of the explanation. So, but we're getting closer and closer to the big moment.
To the big moment. There's a big reveal. Okay. The second thing that we will be giving the kids and their parents today is, wait, I'm moving my computer, is a kit, but it actually contains school supplies. And our amazing friends from Peer Servants, I see Vicky on here. We have a couple others on the call right now or on the live right now that really helped us raise for Giving Tuesday money to be able to buy school supplies for the kids. Now, the school supplies that the kids will get today are only half of what they will be receiving. We're going to be distributing some of them today in the backpack that we're going to give the kids, and they're going to be receiving another portion of it closer to the middle of the year when we know they're probably going to need to refill some of those items. So I actually have a kit right here. This is the plastic box that Laura was mentioning. I'll go ahead and open this. Inside, what do we find? A backpack. Inside this backpack, we have several things. We have folders, and we have notebooks, and we have crayons and rulers and scissors and pens and glue and markers and finger paints and pencils. I mean, you guys, this is a really nice looking bag of school supplies. And really, we're going to be giving between today's distribution and the distribution at the middle of the year, all the school supplies that the kids will need for the year. In addition to this, one of the things, remember we talked about having self-learning? We're going to be teaching the kids how to do that. And so we have a couple of games that were picked out depending on the age of the kids. So they've got things like, lottery or memory, those kinds of things. And we also know that it's really important for the kids to develop good reading habits. So we actually have 2 books for the kids as well that each one of them will be getting. These are depending on their age and their grade. So you guys, these are amazing kids. We are so thankful for, hey, Mary, I see you on here. Mary and Vicky and Peer Servants and others. We had some amazing sponsors say, I want in on this. I want to participate. And so with all of your help, we were able to come together and purchase these things. And that's what we will be delivering to the treasures today. I don't know, Gentimi, how are we doing in terms of time? Is it getting close to the time in which I need to be quiet so we can see the big reveal?
I think Gentimi's about to rejoin. And she's back.
I'm back.
So.
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. The internet connection isn't very well today here.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of being live.
So we are about to see the surprise. So get ready to see what's going on here. So she is about to give the surprise. So they're gonna do a countdown right now. Starting now. Okay. So they have to count loud. So count with us. 5. Everybody has to count. 5, 4. Okay. That was a trial. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. So they're happy and excited to receive this gift from the Lord. They had no idea they were going to receive this today. So they're lifting their hands to show they're happy today. So right now we're gonna have a time together as parents, staff, and treasures to thank the Lord, because we know that it was because of Him that we are receiving this today. They're gonna have activities where to do homework, where to do their guides, and they don't have to share it with anything else, not eating there, just to do their homework. So this is life, guys. Use Doodles.
Porque saben que esta tarde les vamos a entregar a cada uno de nuestros tesoros una mochila para que puedan guardar sus útiles.
So each one of them is gonna receive a desk, the box you saw, and also the backpack.
Trabajar con nuestros niños en casa. Entonces esta tarde y desde este día no tenemos excusa.
This is it, you guys.
Yo no pude avanzar mi tarea porque no tenía unidad.
And I'll show you the desks and the boxes in a minute.
El resto de materiales que están en esta mochila. Entonces démosle otro fuerte aplauso a Dios. Y
quiero que mucho ahorita usted pueda ponerse de pie, abrazar a tu hijo y desde ya bendecir su vida.
So where you are right now, you can join us in prayer and thanking the Lord for allowing us this. Thank you guys for being a part of this too. We know that you are instruments and you were used to share, to pray for us, to pray with us, and also to donate to this, towards this. So join us to thank the Lord and to celebrate this and praise and give glory to this day. So we're all happy over here.
¿Están alegres? Muy bien. Nosotros tenemos que tener un corazón agradecido para el Señor porque
Let me go to the back
dice un versículo
because they're having
alabemos al Señor porque
a time to pray and sing right
su
now.
amor perdura para siempre. Nosotros hemos
So
estado en situaciones
this is just a sign and a way to see that His love endures forever and that He takes care of our needs and our desires. So thank you guys. Thank you for being part of this.
Hemos tenido todo lo que hemos querido, pero Él ha tenido este cuidado de nosotros, hijos. Entonces nosotros tenemos que tener un corazón agradecido para Él, porque estamos, a pesar de las dificultades, estamos y entonces vamos a orar.
So we're gonna pray right now. So where you are, please join us in prayer and just with a thankful heart, let's thank the Lord and give the glory to Him because this is because of Him. Thanks to Him and thanks to you guys too.
Que ha orado, Señor, para esta porción. Te pedimos, Señor, que tú los guardes y los bendigas. Y te agradecemos, Señor, porque tú has sido el que has puesto, Señor, en cada corazón el deseo de dar. Bendice a cada familia representada el día de hoy aquí, Señor. Bendice a los tesoros, Señor. Gracias.
Yes, Monty, God is so good. We have it right here.
Bendecimos a cada donante, pedimos que los guardes, que sigas proveyendo. En el nombre de Jesús. Amén. Los niños dicen, Cristo vive. Los chicos dicen, amén. Así de cualquier familia que está una información en internet, nos podemos sentar.
Thank you,
So
gentlemen,
they're gonna give us
for
special
allowing us to
information right
sing.
now. So I'm going back to you, ladies.
Thank you, Gentami, for allowing us to see that amazing moment. I don't know about you guys, but I was trying not to cry because I was on camera. But what a blessing, and just such a wonderful gift. Thank you all so much for your prayers and your gifts to make this happen. This has been an exciting day because you know what? This is actually the second group of kids to get these school supplies and these homeschool kits today. The first group actually took place and they received theirs at 11 o'clock this morning in Chiquimula. So when we first started this project, we reached out to a couple of people and a couple organizations and companies, and we said, this is what we would like to do. This is our dream. And we had so many people step up and say, yes, I want to be a part of that we raised enough funds to distribute these kits, not only in Guatemala City to 150 kids, but 35 kids in Chiquimula received them today. And next month, in March, we'll have another 25 kids in the Western Highlands receive those as well. So these are some of the pictures of what happened this morning. Look at those happy faces. We kind of blurred out the faces just for security. But you guys, what a blessing. Look at how small that little boy looks compared to that big plastic box. And you know what? The situation of the kids in rural areas is sometimes even more difficult than it is for the kids in Guatemala City. So it was just so overwhelming to see the outpour of love and generosity for these desks. So you guys, we do have a lot going on, not only in Guatemala City, but also in the other areas. Last year, we launched our sponsorship program for kids in Chiquimula. So we have 31 to 35 kids in Chiquimula. Some of them have sponsors. Most of them need 2 or 3 sponsors, well, 1 or 2 more. Remember, we need 3 sponsors to cover the cost of the child. So, Laura, do you want to tell us a little bit about sponsorship and how people can get involved if they aren't already?
Sure. So, sponsoring a child through Potter's House is really fun. Normally without COVID, a lot of you guys who are with us right now, and many others are able to come and serve alongside us. So, you can use that opportunity to see your child, to spend special moments with them, and not just during that time, but also, through letters and pictures. And over the years, you can become such a big influence in these children's lives. You can, mentor them. You can pray for them. Besides being able to facilitate and being the means that God uses to provide for them through education, through nutrition. And many other blessings that the children receive thanks to all of our dear sponsors. And that can be something that you can do as well if you're not a sponsor yet. So we encourage you to consider sponsoring a child through Potter's House. For $39 a month, you can sponsor a child in elementary school. If your calling is to provide for an older student, an older child who is so close to making it, so close to to completing their high school education, then you can choose to sponsor a let's call it a young person, a young treasure for $70 a month, and that will cover for a scholarship to attend a private school. So either of those you can decide to sponsor by sending an email, or just, if you're interested and you just want to know more, you can email us at sponsorship@pottershouse.org.gt. And I think we're having some parents share some words, so we don't want to miss that. So we'll go straight to that.
Personas que estamos aquí reunidas en este momento. Yo bendigo, Señor.
Sorry guys, I can't go any closer. But it's a huge blessing to be here and to witness God's faithfulness to our kids, to our community, and we thank the Lord for what He is doing. We ask that He may bless the childhood in His name.
Quiero que también nuestros chicos puedan expresarnos esa alegría que sienten y esa gratitud, ¿verdad? Al saber que van a tener.
So we're gonna have a couple students share some words. Well, let me try to get closer. I want to give thanks for the lunches you share with us, for the things you're giving us today, for the backpacks, the school supplies, and the list that Potter's House and you guys are giving us today. It's a huge blessing for me to receive this. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, thank you for this huge blessing, for this gift. I'm honored to be here, and thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you give to us. Thank you. We are really happy to be here.
Esta tarde podemos nosotros sentarnos, terminar con una reunión en familia y seguir alabando el nombre de Dios y seguir confiando en que Él será el que
So now what we have to do is keep on trusting in Him that He will provide and that He takes care of all our needs and even our desires. He is a faithful God. So it's just an invitation not to lose our confidence and our faith in Him, because He is with us always.
Y para finalizar, quiero contarles que esta tarde, pues cada uno de nuestros tesoros se podrá llevar
So as we said before, each one of the students will be taking home a desk, a box with everything that Mandy and Laura already said, and also a backpack. So you witness right now some kids receiving receiving the box, the desk, and the backpack for them to give them a use right now.
Porque es muy importante que ellos puedan crear ese hábito de lectura, porque de esa forma ellos también van a ir conociendo más palabras, van a reconocer mejor las letras que tienen que utilizar.
And just take a minute to look at our community center, how pretty it looks. The teachers work hard to make it look pretty for the treasures. What do you guys think?
Ese esfuerzo que muchas personas dejaron al momento de darles esa bendición a ustedes. Entonces, quiero leerles un poquito lo que dice este convenio para ustedes.
Okay, we're back. That was awesome.
Wasn't that fun? You guys, if you really enjoyed that moment and if you miss our community center, send us some love there on that Facebook page so that we can know that you miss us as much as we miss you. We're really praying that we'll be able to get to see some of you this year. We have a couple videos, right, Laura? Of
they're real short
this morning.
Yeah, they're real short, but nonetheless, just as good. So this was, as the parents were leaving the community center in Chiquimula, which some of you, or all of you basically, I haven't been there at the new multi-purpose room. Really looking forward to do so. But you can take a sneak peek live of what it looks like, and hopefully many of you will be able to join us in the coming months. So I'll just play the video for you. Sorry, those backpacks were bigger than the kids.
It really was sweet. It looks like Jen to me has something to say. What's up, Jen?
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to enjoy the videos from Chiquimula too. I wanted to be part of it too. But we are about to start giving this blessing. So I'll let you know when.
Sounds great. Yeah, so we are really excited, you guys. I mean, our program is pretty much over for today. We've taken up almost an hour of your time, 45, 50 minutes of your time. It's been really great to share this with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for making this possible. We know that it's God who moves the hearts. He's the one that equips us to be able to do every good deed, like he says. So keep praying for the treasures, you guys. We are going to continue to transmit. If you guys want to stay on and watch the kids receive their kits and then leave the community center, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, it was wonderful to see you all. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Amarilis. It's good to see you. Mary, Blair, so many people that we love and miss. Judy, Ruth and Jeff, so many of you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being involved, for participating, for sponsoring kids. Open invitation to you guys. If you know somebody who has a desire, who wants to bless a child in Guatemala, please share with them your experience. Share with them the email address that Laura put up previously. We would love to hear from them. There's so many kids still in need of having a sponsor. So yeah, welcome to please do that and share. And we're opening to answering questions and sharing testimonies of God's goodness. It was so good to see you. Like we say, Cristo vive, Christ lives. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Thank you for helping us provide the most important gift, which is the gift of salvation through Jesus Christ. That message, we cannot stop sharing with our churches what it means to live and, walk in a love relationship with him. Any last words, Laura or Gentamy?
I just want to say thank you. We when I was there a couple days ago, and I had the first impression of it, sort of the sneak peek. It gave me goosebumps to just go back to when we were, just calling all of our friends to support us, to be able to provide for the kids, and just amazed at God's faithfulness for providing in the way that he did, abundantly and faithfully, the way that he is. So just thank you to all of you, and we miss you so much and look forward to seeing all of you soon.
Yeah, and I also would like to thank you guys for not only being here in this live stream with us, but as Mandy and Laura just did, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for helping us provide. Thank you for praying for us and with us. And also know that we pray for you guys. We miss you. We love you. And we pray many blessings upon you. And just once again, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. So if you want to see, and if you want to come with me, come with me and see when the kids receive
Bye, everyone.
Big blessing.
Bye. We leave you with Jen. You're in good hands.
Yeah, best hands. Bye.
Let me turn the camera. Adios. So they're going home with this that they didn't expect. What a huge blessing, don't you think? Everything is a surprise for them. Wow. And they go home. The friends wanted to receive it together. So keeping the distance and everything, they're gonna receive it together. They are, Jackie. They're beautiful. And our friend here needs some help to open the box. Aquí, mira, mi amor.
¿Estás contento? And the rest of the families are waiting their turn to receive the desk and the book. Pam Clark, if you're there, Anthony is coming to receive his desk. Hola, Anthony. No, Judy. Helen came yesterday, but we'll make sure to share some pictures with you. ¿Estás contento, Anthony?
Yo me alegro verla.
No,
Yo estaba preguntando por
igualmente.
usted. No me nos ha hecho falta.
¿Sí?
So this is it, you guys. The kids will continue to receive each one of them their desk, their boxes. So thank you guys once again. Thank you for joining us and for everything you do for us. And as we said before, if you're not a sponsor yet and you would like to be part of this, please let us know. You can email us or leave us a message here and we'll get back to you, giving you more information and making sure to introduce to you a wonderful treasure in need of a sponsor. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us and celebrating with us. So let's see how the treasures and their parents are going home with this huge blessing. Thank you guys. Thank you for helping us provide. And this is a way of giving hope, sharing his love. Bye. Bye. So they're going home. Adios. With a brand new desk. Look how pretty the community center looks. Adios, Anthony. Adios. Hey, guys. So I think this is it for today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here with us. We ask your continuous prayers for the treasures, for the staff, for our country. So thank you guys once again. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for being here with us. We love you and we miss you. See you the next time. Goodbye.